It's the last day of September 2024, and who will be today's fresh custody at Maitland Local Court? Enter Phil. He's 39 years old, dressed in a t-shirt and shorts, and is cuffed as he's led into the dock. What has allegedly happened that has resulted in Phil being one of two fresh custodies at Maitland on this day? Malicious damage and intimidation, allegedly. Police are alleging there has been a period of offending towards Phil's loved one by Phil. On Sunday morning, the day before, Phil allegedly was arguing with his loved one, the complainant, at their home they share with their children, which is just outside of Maitland. It's alleged Phil had said words and made a gesture which police claim amounts to intimidation. The magistrate describes the threat as chilling. The malicious damage to the home is allegedly to have occurred earlier in September. The bail considerations include how strong this DV, domestic violence, case is. Also, Phil has a previous DV matter and a criminal history. Bail conditions are considered to mitigate the risk. However, the court hears Phil has breached orders in the past and has failed to appear. Bail is refused. On the same day as Phil is being the fresh custody at Maitland, there's a case happening at Newcastle Local Court. These cases are unrelated, but they both relate to DV, allegedly. Phil's case relates to alleged threats of harm to a loved one, while the case in Newcastle relates to an alleged murder of a loved one. There, days before on the Friday, police are alleging a husband murdered his wife at their property at Colburn. The husband was arrested at the property and bail refused at Newcastle Local Court over the weekend. The husband was refused bail again at Newcastle Local Court around the same time Phil has his bail refused at Maitland. So the cases may be unrelated, but they have things in common. They both allegedly relate to DV. The complainants, the victims, are partners of the defendants, and they allegedly occurred at the family home or property. There are media stories about the Newcastle Local Court DV murder case, but there are no stories in the public domain about the Maitland threats to harm case. We're talking more about the cases that involve threats to harm, deter people from going on to actually harm their loved one.